Smackdown. We warned you this was gonna happen. You didn't listen to us. You know the darkness is in control. We already have your world championship. You know now that the darkness will always rule. Nobody, not even Paul Heyman, is in control of Smackdown. We, the darkness, lead NSW and Smackdown as a whole.
Gotta do it right. One chance of proving to the world that he was right. I'm too hungry not to get that win, but I just gotta remember one thing. Gotta keep my head up, never get that low, 'cause I'm living this life, now it's all I know. Like, oh, it's the life I chose.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NSW Smackdown live on NSS. My name is Dave Easton alongside Marky Marks. Marky, we're going to kick things off hot and heavy. It's Harper versus Darren Young.
Yeah, good evening, Dave, and what a great way to start up a Smackdown.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on with this DOA, this darkness? Ladies and gentlemen, we have breaking news out of the back. Extreme Rules, Marky. 6-man tag action. These two security, can you call them? And Danny Six versus 3 members of the SmackDown roster. We're going to have to find out tonight who it could be.
Who can it be? I can't wait.
And what a way to kick things off tonight. Luke Harper versus Darren Young. And well, from what I've heard, Bray Wyatt has a huge announcement to make after this match.
What is he gonna say?
How would I know? I'm worried every time you give him that man a mic.
Yeah, it always goes dark.
Talking about the darkness though, Marky, what is going on? People getting attacked. Last week we've seen Roman Reigns attacked. We've seen Miz attacked. What is going on?
Yeah, when is this beatdown gonna stop? Someone's gotta stop this.
And our NSW champion, Danny Six, a part of the group.
I just can't believe he's a part of them.
Well, Luke Harper ready for action. And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, being accompanied by Titus O'Neil, he is Darren Young.
And here comes Darren Young, part of the Primetime Players.
Darren Young, very young. Of course, we know that Darren Young and Titus O'Neil have had their problems with the Wyatt family all the way through season 3. I'm sure they would be nothing better than to get a win here tonight. What a way to kick off SmackDown here tonight. It's Darren Young and Luke Harper next, right here on SmackDown. Here we go then, we're off and underway. Marky, who are you going for?
I'm going to go for Darren Young here. I think he could pick up the win.
Any reason why that? What would you give Darren Young the advantage?
I think his speed advantage over Luke Harper can definitely get him the win here, and he's going to have Titus O'Neil out there with him.
Let's have a look at the NSW app. 77.5 for Luke Harper, 22.5 for Darren Young. NSW app not going against you. You had a bad night last night on the last main event. You're going to have to try and redeem yourself here, Marky, tonight. Do you really think Darren Young can get you off to a winning start?
I can always believe in the Primetime Players. Usually they can pick up wins here, and I believe Darren Young can get the win here over Luke Harper.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have got some more news out of the back a little bit later on. Before his main event, Morgan Wolf, exclusive interview with Renee Young, and apparently he's got big news about what's been going on with his sort of downfall the last few weeks, Marky. Of course, we've seen him run over, attempted to be run over. We've seen him beat up in the back. Who's behind this?
Maybe it's that darkness. Maybe they're also beating up Morgan Wolf.
The DOA, the darkness, whatever they want to be called, have laid down a challenge to this SmackDown roster They want 3 of your best men, they've said, to challenge us at Extreme Rules. Who is going to step up to even face them?
Yeah, who's going to be that Team Smackdown, I guess you can say, against them?
And look at this now. Oh, nice back elbow by Luke Harper. And Luke Harper is another one here. Really underrated, I would say, Marky. Part of the Wyatt family, but very, very aggressive.
Yep, very aggressive. I mean, don't take it away from it. Anyone in that big Wyatt family is a threat, including, of course, Eric Rowan, Luke Harper, and Bray Wyatt there.
And, of course, Mundo Wyatt, of course. We can't forget about him. Mundo Wyatt and Eric Rowan not here tonight. But, of course, this whole announcement that Bray Wyatt has said that he's going to say after this match.
Yeah, maybe it could be including about the whole Mundo Wyatt and Eric Rowan not being here tonight.
The Wyatt family growing in members. Darren Young looking to pull a victory out here. Not even a 2 count. And you'd have to say so much more to come tonight, of course, Marky. Caitlyn versus Paige with the women's title on the line. Paul Heyman is not happy with a certain Hunter, saying that he has got to make sure that Seth Rollins beats the Beast here tonight. A Hunter may find himself in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, maybe possibly fire him, find a new head of security.
Well, look at this. Back into the ring and Harper beating down. You can see Bray Wyatt is just loving things at the moment. This could be the beginning of the end. Oh, there's one.
Two.
Look at the strength.
My goodness. 3. There it is.
Titus O'Neil sort of, you can see how unhappy he is. Maybe he has to stop this here. Into the cover. And now goes
up there.
Yeah, Titus O'Neil breaking up. That easily could have been a 3 count.
Easily could have been it for Darren Young there.
And look out! Oh, caught!
Oh.
You have got to be kidding me! Oh, my goodness! Dropping Darren Young face first. You can forget about this one. There's the 3, and Luke Harper picks up the win.
I'm not going back to winning ways yet.
Not with that kind of maneuver. Big win here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, on SmackDown for Luke Harper.
Yeah, great win by Luke Harper, but I just can't wait to hear what Bray Wyatt's got to say.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, an eerie sight of, if anything, Luke Harper picking up the win here tonight.
Yeah, Luke Harper, great win for the Wyatt family.
Let's see what indeed Bray Wyatt has to say here. Another victim. Well, it was a bit of a one-sided match, you have to say.
I'd say Darren Young has his fights in there.
And see, Eric and Mundo are not here. They are making people. One of them make. Whoa! Wait a minute.
What?
AJ Styles.
What is this?
AJ Styles saying that Sunday night at Extreme Rules, the lies are over. And wow, it's going to be Bray Wyatt and Mundo Wyatt in another tag match. Well, you know what happened the last time.
But he says he has a tag partner this time.
Does he really though? Is AJ ever going to let this go? That's the problem.
I mean, who would stand behind with AJ here? Sounding pretty crazy.
Well,
where did this go?
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. A challenge for Extreme Rules, and coming up next, Sam Barnett and Daniel Cage are going to take on the team of the European champion Kevin Owens and the leader of the Straight Edge Society, DM West.
Yeah. Should be a very big match here.
And of course, this man, Sam Barnett, will look to take the European title of Kevin Owens at Extreme Rules. But tonight, he has to deal with not only Kevin Owens, but DM West. Can Sam Barnett, and a rejuvenated Sam Barnett, you would say, Marky, thanks to a certain Megan, can he get the job done here tonight with Daniel Cage?
Yeah, and of course, Sam Barnett and Daniel Cage have been with each other for the past couple of weeks, and of course, Dean Barnett coming back with, of course, as you said, Megan.
Yeah, this whole new manager role for Megan, of course, with CM Barnett, you have to say, it's done wonders back for CM Barnett. He's really sort of rejuvenated himself.
Yeah, Barnett has, well, he's looking like history says, the best in the world ever since Megan came back to him.
Of course, CM Barnett has tasted glory, Marky. He's tasted the world title. He's tasted the NSW title. Surely, if things continue the way they are, he could be European champion definitely come Sunday night at Extreme Rules.
Yeah, he could definitely become that European champion. All he has to do is beat Kevin Owens, and a win here tonight could definitely bring great momentum going into that matchup.
Well, Barnett for the ready, and here comes his tag team partner. Ladies and gentlemen, he is Daniel Cage!
Yep, and here comes who likes to be nicknamed The Cage, coming down, and like I said, he's been recently tagging with CM Barnett and had some great relations with him before back in the NSW Originals.
Yeah, indeed he has. And well, Daniel Cage, of course, would love to get his hands on Kevin Owens as well as DM West. He hasn't had his problem. He's sort of not scared to get into the mix, would you say, Marky?
No, he's not scared to get involved here, and well, good for him.
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you continue to tell us who you think will win every match. Prizes are galore. We're only a week away from deciding who is this month's winner. We ask you to continue your voting all the way through tonight's show. And of course, Marky, you have to think what a big match this is going to be for both teams. Momentum definitely on the side of, well, either Kevin Owens or CM Barnett coming out of this match.
Yeah, definitely some big momentum here. And whoever can get the win here will more than likely probably win the European Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, their opponents, introducing first, being accompanied by Josh Gallows. He is the leader of the Straight Edge Society, DM West.
Yep, and of course DM West also been looking very great ever since he became the leader of his Straight Edge Society along with Gallows there.
And of course, yeah, this is very strange for DM West, a complete change of well, he was sort of a loner kind of a thing, you would say.
Yeah, he was a big loner, but now, ever since Gallows came with him, he became this big Straight Edge Society and just having this whole thing about saving people.
Yeah, sort of like saving him from drink, drugs. Sort of like a cult leader, you could say.
Yeah, a big cult leader, but who is his followers?
Well, we've seen. I wouldn't like to mess with Josh. He is one scary individual. But DM West going to team up with Kevin Owens here tonight.
Yeah, can Kevin trust him?
Well, here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. He is your European champion, Kevin Owens!
Yeah, here comes Kevin Owens, a great champ. Has defended his title a couple times already, like against Morgan Wolf, and doing it very well.
Yeah, this Sunday night, I would have to think Kevin Owens really got himself out of the title match a couple of weeks ago by chucking the referee away. That is not going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. This coming Sunday, Kevin Owens, CM Barnett, no disqualification, no count out, falls count anywhere, Marky. There has to be a winner by pinfall or submission.
Yep. And the advantage of being the champion will not be on the side, of course, with it being Extreme Rules. He does have to pick up the win, cannot just throw the ref and pick up the win that way.
Kevin Owens has a lot on his plate. Will he still be European champion come Monday night, which of course, Marky, one of my favourite nights, the draft. It comes up this Monday night with all 4 brands represented. Of course, ECW are going to be there. We could lose, Marky, Danny Six to ECW.
We could possibly lose our current European champion, Kevin Owens.
anybody.
ECW.
They've got 2 draft picks, Marky. Who the hell is he going? Who's he going to pick from SmackDown?
Maybe the Straighter Society, if they're on tag teams.
They are indeed this time. This is the team draft. So teams will be drafted, ladies and gentlemen, this coming Monday night. You don't want to miss it, of course. We don't want you to miss any of our NSW shows, of course. But the draft, always a popular night with everyone in the NSW universe. Make sure you tune in for Raw this Monday night. Look at this, Daniel Cage going right to work on DM West, and DM West wisely sending Daniel Cage into the corner, and here comes our European champion.
Yeah, and here he comes, the big Kevin Owens, looking to take charge now against Daniel Cage. Probably won't want to get his hands on CM Barnett, though.
Yeah, look at this. If Kevin Owens can sort of send a message to CM Barnett saying, look, this is what I can do to your friend, just imagine what I'm going to do to you this coming Sunday night at Extreme Rules.
Yeah, and I definitely wouldn't want to go against Kevin Owens in an Extreme Rules matchup. You never know what could happen there.
Well, you guys see, oh, nice back suplex by Daniel Cage, turning things around. Of course, the draft, anything is happening. I can't wait. Personally, I can't wait. But Extreme Rules is already gearing up to be one of the pay-per-views of the season, Marky. But who in the hell are we going to get to fight this DOA, this whole darkness? Who's going to even step up to them?
Well, maybe we can get someone from the draft. Maybe someone from NXT can come up and challenge this darkness.
Oh, look out! Oh, my goodness, CM Barnett taking Kevin Owens off, and oh, Daniel Cage flying over the top rope.
Yeah, and well, CM Barnett doing what Kevin Owens usually does to a ref and just throwing him away.
Big spine buster by Daniel Cage, looking to end this one on Kevin Owens, maybe taking a bit too much time. Into the cover, hook of the leg, there's Josh Gallows up.
Yep.
Referee not going to count this time.
Yeah, Josh is up, but we'll get this. That must have at least been a 4 count.
And now look at this, Daniel Cage having his way here with Kevin Owens. And surely, if CM Barnett has this kind of way in the Extreme Rules, we could be seeing a new European champion. Look out, DDT incoming!
Oh my goodness.
You have to think this is all going to what CM Barnett wanted outside the ring now. Well, CM Barnett, you can see coming round, has really any free shots on Kevin Owens here.
Yeah, taking advantage now of him being damaged here on the outside after that big DDT. But attacking the arm there.
Yeah, look at this now, all on the outside, Marky. All 4 men. Referee sort of losing control. Barnett thrown back inside by DM West. Daniel Cage taking it to Kevin Owens. And now again, Owens, look at this on the outside.
Wait.
Oh no, CM Barnett saving his friend there from sure damage.
Yeah, well now both legal men back in the ring.
And look at this, CM Barnett thrown back in. And Kevin Owens wisely getting out of there, taking a breather. And really doesn't really want anything really of CM Barnett.
Yeah, does not want to touch CM Barnett, but really, he should be trying to get CM Barnett injured because right now it's not looking good for Kevin.
And look at this, elbow, oh, right to the small of the back. Kevin Owens could be done here. Another spine buster.
Oh my goodness.
How many more is he going to take? Daniel Cage is on a bit of a roll here tonight. Look at this, into the cover. Is this enough this time? And again, Josh up to break the count. DM West coming in to break up the pin. And again, Kevin Owens may have just been saved by the Straight Edge Society. Oh, Cage bottom!
Cage bottom! It's gotta be it.
How much more punishment? The referee's still distracted.
Still.
Come on, ref.
But is the Straight Edge Society really just damaging Kevin more by keeping him in this matchup?
Roll up!
Oh, roll up!
No!
Oh, rope break.
Rope break, no. How close is this? Back and forth, but Kevin Owens is taking a bit of a beating here. Just 3 nights from Extreme Rules.
Yeah, and another big spine buster. Kevin really needs to find a tag.
And Josh again up, distracting the ref.
Well, you gotta get Josh out of here. He's been distracting up there way too much.
And you've got to think DM West really needs a tag in here. But really, you've got to give it credit for CM Barnett and Daniel Cage. They really have taken it and shown Kevin Owens that they mean business. Oh, but hold on!
Wait.
Package pile driver!
Yeah, but to the wrong person.
And Kevin Owens needs a tag. Can he get a tag? No, he can't. Oh, damn, West saves him.
Like, it looked like it was going to be another cage bottom there, but a great save there by, well, the savior, DM West. Well, Josh is up again.
Surely that has got to be it. Surely Josh has got to be eliminated. Got to really be told to get out of here, sorry. And DM West now giving Kevin Owens that opportunity now to get back into the match.
Yeah, but now, it looks like Josh was ejected from the ringside. Now it's all up to Kevin Owens to do it.
Oh, but look out, there's the tag! And here comes DM West! But no, he missed! Cage! Can Cage take advantage here? Anyone! Even someone who's Daniel Cage can do a Russian leg sweep! Cover! Oh, 2.9! He nearly had him!
But wait, set him up. Cage bottom!
Cage bottom again! Is that enough? No! Kevin Owens breaks it up! The crowd are going absolutely ballistic. Not a person sitting down here. And Daniel Cage, big spinebuster. That must be about the 5th one of the match.
My goodness, just complete dominance by Daniel Cage.
3, yes, he got him! Daniel Cage and CM Barnett pick up the win.
What a great win by CM Barnett and Daniel Cage there.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of this match, the team of CM Barnett and Daniel Cage.
Yep. Really, what happened to the Cage there? He just went ballistic.
Here he's showing the kind of really drive and determination that really has been missing from him, you would see, in the last few weeks.
Yeah, maybe this partnership with CM Barnett has really been helping him.
Wait, hold on here. Look out!
Oh,
Straight Edge Society are back!
Right, and they're looking to, I guess you can say, save them.
That is, come on, talk about being, I suppose, Daniel Cage, you've got to say, has been put in one of the performances we've seen in a long time, and this is what we're going to remember him by?
Yeah, and then just the Straight Edge Society going right in, right just to, as you would say again, save them.
This is, this is despicable, Marky.
Yeah, and look at this, you keep on the attack on Cage there.
Disgraceful. Look at this, even Josh trying to drag DM West away.
Even Josh knows enough is enough.
But look at the damage that has been done, Marky, by the Straight Edge Society.
Yeah, a lot of damage done. Maybe.
Hold on, Megan. Whoa, hold on.
Oh, no.
No, come on.
No.
Come on, Kevin. There's no need for this.
No, Megan.
Oh, Trey Donovan.
There we go. Trey, thank goodness.
Thank goodness. What would have happened to poor Megan if Kevin Owens had got his way?
I can't believe Kevin Owens would go after Megan.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure we've not heard the last of that. And coming up next, Women's Championship on the line. Caitlyn defending against Paige.
Yeah. It's going to be a great Women's Championship match here. Caitlyn versus Paige.
I can't believe how Kevin Owens, how can he call himself a man after trying to attack an innocent woman like Megan?
Yeah. Going after her and saying, well, thank goodness Trey Donovan was there to go in for the save.
Maybe it's that connection, Marky, of the NSW originals that really has saved Megan there.
Yep. Maybe possible NSW originals getting back together.
We will have to see. But thankfully, Megan is alright. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on to our Women's Championship match here. Caitlyn, ladies and gentlemen, your reigning defending Women's Champion.
Yeah. Here she is. No one believed in her when she went for that WD challenge, but I believed in her, and she got that big win there.
Ladies and gentlemen, her opponent from Norwich, England, she is Paige.
Yeah. Here comes Paige, one of some may say one of the best divas around here. I believe she is the longest reigning diva women's champ here.
Yep, and, Marky, a chance to become the only 4-time women's champion if she wins here tonight.
Can you imagine being a 4-time champion? What would that say about her career here?
And of course, remember, Paige likes to be called the anti-diva, and nothing more she would like by winning the women's championship here tonight.
Just really being that big anti-diva like she says she is, pick up the win here on the women's championship, that would say something.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to go. Women's championship is on the line. Marky, who are you going to go for?
I'm going to go for Paige here. I think she can be that 4-time women's champion and be the anti-diva that she is.
Of course, how destroying would that be for Caitlyn, though? If Caitlyn was to lose here tonight, she hasn't held that title for very long.
Yeah, and of course that is her first touch of gold here in NSW, and if it was just such a short reign like that, that would be very devastating.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, NSW are very torn on this. 54.8 for Caitlyn. You can see that this could be a very, very interesting indeed, Marky. And well, here we go. Caitlyn, oh, into the corner, and Paige looking to take advantage here.
Yeah, Paige taking great advantage here on Caitlyn's mistake there.
Look at this, big slap right across the face. And Paige looking to take advantage here. Dropping the leg down. But Caitlyn trying to fight back. And again, Paige just too quick for her with a big forearm shot.
Yeah, just a so far very dominant run here by Paige. But wait, Caitlyn trying to get back into it.
Yeah, but then Paige again too quick. And then the Lufesh press. And the big punch is raining down. And Paige, you have to say, Marky, if anybody can put up in a fight, it would be Paige.
Yep. I mean, especially with the way her track record runs, with her being so far 3-time, this could definitely be her chance for the 4th time at this Women's Championship.
And look at this, just a face plant into the mat. And again, hard shots to the side of the head. Paige really putting up a big fight here tonight.
Yeah, if Caitlyn wants to keep this championship, she's got to do something fast.
Oh, but look out! Oh, so like a side effect by Caitlyn. And Caitlyn really trying to get something going here. But again, Paige just too quick for her.
Caitlyn just being a little bit slow. But wait, what's she going to go into here?
Look at this. Oh my goodness, the submission move. And Caitlyn is in a lot of trouble. The Women's Championship is in a lot of trouble, Marky.
Yeah, she's in the middle of the ring. Not much farther he could have got from the ropes. But she's going to have to tap. She's got to reach the tap.
She's almost there. She's almost there. Can she get the ropes? Yes, she can. Right. And Paige has to release the hold.
But the damage has already been dealt.
Oh, look out. Oh, good night. Caitlyn has got to be out.
This has to be it. Caitlyn has to be done. Sadly, losing her championship already.
Cover. Paige is a 4-time NSW Women's Champion!
And what a dominant display by Paige. Caitlyn barely put up a fight.
Wow! Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match, and new NSW Women's Champion, Paige!
Yeah, and what a great night it is to be Paige, 4-time Women's Champion. What a great record she holds now.
She is out on her own as the most dominant woman to hold the Women's Championship. Paige is a 4-time Women's Champion. Congratulations to Paige here tonight.
Yeah, really showing her anti-diva.
Ladies and gentlemen, remember, NSW comes your way 4 times a week. Raw on a Monday, ECW on a Wednesday, Smackdown on a Thursday, NXT on a Saturday. Marky, you'll be happy to know the times have been put right. It's 11 in the UK, 6 in the East, 3 in the West. Non-Stop Wrestling is on YouTube. Over 560 people have subscribed. Now keep going, guys. You've only got a few days left for the free month of July. NSW_360 if you have Twitter. And why not join us on Facebook? NSW365. coming up next. What about this? Hunter's been told Seth Rollins has to win here tonight, or he could be out of a job. It's Beast Seth Rollins next on Smackdown.
Yeah, and of course, I don't blame Paul Heyman saying that, because what has really the head of security really been doing for Seth Rollins and the rest of the lackeys?
And of course, you have to think Brock Lesnar was defeated by this man last week. He is a member of the Core. He is the Beast.
Yeah, here comes the Beast. One of the youngest but strongest here in NSW.
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, we remind you, get your votes in. Voting small is not going to happen if you want to win, because you need a lot of points to win. Marky, we encourage everyone out there who's in the chat to get their vote in.
Yeah, and I've been looking in that betting pool. There's that one person that's really far out there. You guys really got to bet high if you want to catch up to that person.
It's a good thing about NSW. Prizes at the end if you want to win them. There's no pussy betting about now. You've got to get you over them, and you've got to be, really, you've got to be courageous.
Yeah, you really got to put those big bets in. It's really, as they would say, go big or go home.
I'm talking about a man that really many people said bought in. It's this man. He is Seth Rollins.
Yeah, here comes one of the most famous lackeys, of course, that sold out.
Indeed, many people couldn't believe what Seth Rollins did. He destroyed the Shield. He is a Paul Heyman guy, but tonight he's in a lot of trouble against the Beast. It's coming up next, right here on Smackdown.
Yeah, here it is. Now, Hunter really needs to do everything he can to help Seth Rollins win.
Yeah, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Off and underway. Marky, who are you going for in this one?
I'm gonna have to go for the lackey here, because I know Hunter will do everything it takes to help Seth Rollins get the win here.
Didn't happen for Brock Lesnar last week, but let's have a look quickly at the NSW app. 53.2 for the Beast, 46.8 for Seth Rollins. Really, the Beast could continue his winning ways here, and of course Jimmy Havoc, fellow core member at ringside.
Yeah, Jimmy there on ringside. Hopefully doesn't cause any trouble like he has in a show that's sadly no longer with us.
Of course. One of the personal highlights, of course, was a certain Zeb Calder, of course, being on in a tag match. I know a personal favourite of yours.
Yeah, that's one of my personal favorite memories of main event, and of course the main event player. But with that being said, Seth Rollins taking control.
Yeah, of course. We're going to see Zeb Calder next as Jack Swagger takes on Trey Donovan. That is coming up next right here on SmackDown. But for now, so far the Beast completely in control. Just as I say that, of course, the commentator's curse.
Yeah, commentator's curse always hits them. I mean, I was saying Seth was in control, but then that changed.
Oh, look at that! Hanging up the Beast under the bottom rope. Good tactics here, really, but you've got to try and keep Beast off his feet to really capitalise here.
You got to keep him off his feet, and well, a big drop kick like that might do it.
And a second one, and that stunned the Beast. But look at this. Oh, poke to the eye, and everything changes.
Yeah, but now just exposing his back, but no, Seth Rollins getting back into it.
Yeah, he thought he had it, but look at this. Seth Rollins coming down. Nice neck breaker. That could really change momentum. And again, another rake to the eyes, and Beast coming back with a big elbow right to the forehead.
Yeah, and the Beast just really attacking those eyes, but wait, going for the pin.
Just the one. Seth still in this. Big chops. Hunter, really, you have to say, it looks very worried on the outside here.
If I was him and knowing my job is on the line, pretty much, I would be pretty worried too, because Seth Rollins really needs to pick up the win here.
Look at this again, Beast going off, and again dropping that big leg right the way across. And now Hunter's decided he's getting involved. Hold on, I don't know if the referee took any notice. And now Beast again controlling Seth Rollins here.
Yeah, Beast just taking control, boy. Seth wasn't able to stop there.
Look at this, Beast again. Look at this, the big punches. And you've got to think Seth Rollins is in a lot of trouble here.
Yep. And of course, the head of security's got to do something if he wants to get back into the good books of Paul Heyman.
Cover.
Getting up for the pin would be nice, but no, only a 1 count.
Again, really relying on Seth Rollins kicking out. As you see, he didn't really get involved in the Beast here. Well, the fans starting to get behind him, which is a bit really I've never heard.
Yeah. But wait, then the big DDT on the outside, but yeah, not a lot of fans really getting behind him.
Look at this, Hunter now behind. Hunter really can't get involved, doesn't want to get a disqualification here. And really, Beast really didn't take much advantage then. That has given Seth Rollins a bit of a breather here.
Yeah, give him a chance to...
Seth Walker!
And that is what happens when you give Seth a chance to breathe and get back into this.
But the worst thing is, he's on the outside. Look at the strength of Seth Rollins.
Seth needs to get him back into the ring and as soon as possible and get away from Jimmy Havoc there.
Yeah, and Jimmy Havoc, shot there. Referee telling him, look, no more of that. Hunter really should start to get involved here, but just staying out of the way.
Yeah, well, wait. Jimmy getting more into it.
But again, Seth Rollins distracted, and this again giving the Beast a chance to come back. Referee having a 10 count there to play with. And again, Beast taking advantage with a swinging neck breaker on the outside.
But where's Hunter? Where's the head of security? Why isn't he not helping Seth there?
And now, both men realising up to a 5 here.
6 count.
Yeah, both men back inside. Seth really now taking advantage here. Look out, kick to the back. And can Seth really take advantage of the Beast here? Look out.
Oh.
Has him up. Oh, dropping him face first into the mat.
That could be it.
And now looking for the submission and Jimmy Havoc up.
Yeah, Jimmy up doing what Hunter really should have been doing before, but hey. And could he make the Beast tap though?
He could. Jimmy Havoc really trying to distract the referee, and the Beast is in a lot of trouble here. And he's tapped. Has the referee seen it? The referee seen it.
Saw it.
That's it. Seth Rollins has done something that Brock Lesnar couldn't even do.
Seth Rollins has beaten the Beast. Brock Lesnar couldn't do it. Seth Rollins not really getting much help from Hunter, but still was able to pick up the win over the Beast.
And look at Hunter thinking that Hunter has done something, has done nothing. Seth Rollins has saved his job.
Yeah, I really don't think that Hunter's back in the good books yet. Even though Seth Rollins did pick up the win, Hunter did nothing to help him get that win.
Seth Rollins picks up the win here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, hold on. Jimmy Havoc coming. Come on. No, there's no need for this.
And wait, now he's getting involved.
Are you actually kidding me? And Hunter's not done here, ladies and gentlemen.
My goodness. Someone's got to stop him.
Hunter really now taking it out on Jimmy Havoc. Jimmy Havoc could be seriously injured here, folks. They're calling for a stretcher. Jimmy Havoc could be seriously injured.
He's going to go to the local medical center and probably
you could say he was pointing at sort of his midriff, sort of his knee. We hope that that's not going to be too serious. And ladies and gentlemen, we have to move on to our next match as the Real American Jack Swagger takes on Trey Donovan.
Yeah. And well, here comes this big match, and here comes Jack Swagger alongside Zeb Coulter.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, he is the Real American Jack Swagger.
Yep, Jack Swagger, the Real American. Of course, with Zeb Coulter, of course, one of the favorite memories of main event. And of course, we the people.
Indeed, it is. The group that called the Real Americans, of course, Connor Rhodes and Bo Dallas, along with Jack Swagger and Zeb Coulter. And you would think what a win it would be for Jack Swagger if you could pick one up over Trey Donovan here tonight.
Yeah, it'd be a great way to get back into it with a win over Trey Donovan. And here he comes, Trey Donovan.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, from Boston, Massachusetts, he is Trey Donovan.
Yeah, Here comes the man that was able to save Megan earlier on tonight from Kevin Owens.
And you have to think, I would say it's not 75-25. I think that a much positive reaction for Trey this week may be helping him from what he did earlier on tonight.
Yeah, fans getting a little bit more into his good books because helping Megan out there, and like you said, maybe a possible reunion of the NSW originals in the future.
Trey Donovan ready for action here tonight against Jack Swagger.
Yep. Jack Swagger and Trey Donovan about to face off.
Here we go then, Marky. Who are you going for in this one?
I'm going to have to go for Jack Swagger here. He's got the manager on the outside, of course, Zeb Coulter.
Right, so even going against, oh nice, suplex by Jack Swagger. Let's see what the NSW have to say about this. 84.3 going for Trey Donovan, 15.7 for Jack Swagger. I think what Trey did was a really smart move. A lot of fans now really on the side of one Trey Donovan.
Yep, now after that big save for Megan, Trey really got into the good books of the fans, not hearing a lot of things I used to hear about Trey Donovan.
Yeah, a lot of positive reaction here, but of course a win here tonight would be more. Look out, nice belly to belly suplex, and you've got to say Trey Donovan seems to have a fire lit under him here tonight.
Yeah, Trey Donovan looking just like Daniel Cage earlier on tonight, just a big fire and just explosive out the box so far.
And look at this, Swagger though now, big punches into the section, then a shot into the face, and then a big hip toss. And well, Donovan can't take much more of them.
No, he can't take much more of that. And well, with that being said though, he has to try and get back into this.
Yeah,
Jack Swagger taking control.
Trying to loads of big shots, loads of reversals here, and another belly to belly, this time by Jack Swagger. And Zeb Coulter just looks a little bit worried on the outside.
Yeah, looking a little worried that maybe Jack Swagger could lose here against Trey Donovan.
But again, in reversal, it seems like both men have really got themselves matched here. And again, it seems to be reversal after reversal. No one really taking advantage. But now, as you say, Donovan trying to get the advantage. And then Jack Swagger comes straight back.
Yep, these two really seem to know each other, knowing what move they're going to do next, and just reversing it so far.
And that's what it is here in NSW. It's all about the unexpected. And what about coming up on Sunday night, Marky? Extreme Rules. We still don't know who are the three men that Smackdown are going to put up against this DOA.
Maybe it could be, like I said, the reunion of the NSW originals, or also it could be the Real Americans.
And look at this Swagger on the outside. Of course, hopefully we'll find out a little bit later on here, ladies and gentlemen. We do know that an exclusive interview with Morgan Wolf to come. We're hoping that we're going to get that, see that just after this match. Of course, Morgan Wolf taking on Danny Six here tonight. What a match Paul Heyman made there.
Yeah, what a big match there, and I really hope that Darkness or DOA, whatever they want to be called, does not interfere with that matchup. It's going to be a great matchup later on tonight.
Yeah, coming up very soon, of course. Sami Zayn, CJ Cutler coming up next as well, and we know they've had a bit of trouble over the last couple of weeks. We'll hopefully get a good match out of them two coming up next. And well, Trey Donovan here looking up to go high risk.
Oh wait, yep, here he goes.
Looking for that superplex maybe. Oh! Off the top, into the cover. Is that enough to put away Jack Swagger? No! 2.5.
Zeb Coulter not going up there though.
And look at this now, up again, up onto.
Going for it again.
Could he be looking for a second one?
What?
Oh my goodness!
There it is.
Look at the height, and really Swagger can't take much more of this. And well, Donovan calling for the end. Oh, has him up. Is he going to hit it? There it is, the Donovan adjustment, and that is surely it.
Yeah. But there it is, finally, Zeb knowing when to get up.
Wow, you've got to say it, but really, what state is Jack Swagger? Whoa, Swagger bomb!
There it is!
Wow, what a turnaround, but wait, there, the referee distracted.
Still distracted.
And really, that could have been the turning point. but the referee distracted by Zeb Coulter and Trey Donovan managing to get back in control.
Now, not only did that managing by Zeb help Jack, but it also hurt him in the long run because that swagger bomb could have been it.
And look at this, the big punch again. Zeb getting involved with the referee. And Jack Swagger taking a bit of punishment here.
Yeah, so far the distraction not really helping Jack Swagger so far.
Into the tie-up now. Who's going to come out of this one? Nope, both men come off. Swagger went for the double axe handle. And again, Donovan just too quick.
Yeah, Donovan just being too quick for Jack Swagger here. What can it do here?
And look how big scoop and a slam. And really, Swagger's back has took a lot of punishment. And
oh no.
You can see him.
And there it is.
Big 5-knuckle shuffle right between the eyes. Is that enough? And again Zeb up. And again saving Jack Swagger.
Yeah, Jack Swagger really needing it. Oh wait.
Not again.
Oh,
Donovan adjustment.
Go. Yeah, gotta move him.
But the referee again. No, the referee turns round. It's 3.
And a big win by Trey Donovan.
And Zeb can't believe it. Trey Donovan picking up the win. He had a night.
Yeah, a big win by Trey Donovan there. Well, maybe getting more into the good books. Saving Megan, now picking up this win.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest, Trey Donovan!
Yes. You can hear it, the fans really starting to get behind him now.
Wow, what a win here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Big win for Trey Donovan. Whoa, hold up, whoa!
Oh!
Kevin Owens?
Getting his revenge.
Well, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we have to cut back to backstage where Morgan Wolf is talking to Renee Young. We're being told, ladies and gentlemen, that Kevin Owens has had to be restrained from attacking Trey Donovan. Apologies that we've had to cut back. But, Marky, can this night get any more wilder?
Well, it is Smackdown. It's always a wild night.
Well, Morgan Wolf saying that, well, this whole DOA crap, he says
they were the ones.
They were the ones. They were the ones that attacked him.
Wow.
So Morgan Wolf really has something against the DOA now.
Yeah, he's got something really against it. And, well, I hope he's one of those 3 people that would be going against the DOA, because now it's personal for Morgan Wolf, and he's going to really show it here tonight when he goes against Danny Six.
And there he is. Look, he says he'll be more than happy to be one of the men if that means...
If it means that he's going to go against DOA, yeah.
No, he wants to kick their ass again.
Wow.
Morgan Wolf is motivated, ladies and gentlemen. If I'm Danny Six, you better hope you've got some you've got some of them DOA security tonight.
Yeah, they may not have the head of security of Hunter, but they definitely have the DOA.
Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, what about this? After the attack last week, our Cruiserweight champion, Sami Zayn, is going to take on CJ Cutler.
Yeah. And of course, the golden standard, CJ Cutler.
Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen, being accompanied by Tyler Breeze. He is the gold standard, CJ Cutler.
Yep. Here comes going center CJ Cutler, and what a great friend he definitely has alongside him in the name of Tyler Breeze.
But we all thought last week, Marky, that CJ Cutler was coming down to save Sami Zayn.
I mean, you find that that's what he was going to do, but in the end, he didn't save Sammy.
He attacked him, he hit him with a chair, for goodness sake. And now, well, really, Sami Zayn is looking for revenge. If you think Morgan Wolf's looking for revenge, what about Sami Zayn?
Yeah, Sami Zayn definitely want to get revenge on the Golden Standard here. Hit him with that chair. But really, he's against 2-on-1 here with Tyler Breeze also out there to be his manager.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, he is the Cruiserweight champion, Sami Zayn!
Yeah, here comes Sami Zayn. Another really big fan favorite here. There he is.
Gotta say, the crowd love this guy. And, well, you know that he's all song and dance now. Get him inside that ring with CJ Cutler. And it could be a whole different story.
Yeah, put him inside that ring and nothing will stop him. Right now, he's got a personal vendetta right now against CJ Cutler after just hitting him with that chair and just, well, he's gonna want to get his revenge.
Cruiserweight Champion ready for action. It's coming up next, right here on Smackdown. Here we go then, Marky. Who are you going for in this one?
I'm going to have to go for the Golden Standard CJ Cutler. He's got the manager out there. He's got Tyler Breeze out there to help him.
We have to see. We've seen it's been an indifferent night for everyone here on SmackDown. We are just 3 nights away from Extreme Rules, ladies and gentlemen. Morgan Wolf has thrown his hat into into this big 6-man match. The DOA have challenged SmackDown. Find 3 of your best. Morgan Wolf says, look, these guys were behind what's happened to us. Get me in and I'll kick the derriere.
Yeah, but the big question is, who is the other 2? Who's going to be alongside Morgan Wolf to take on this darkness?
Will anyone back Morgan up? That's the problem. Yeah. Nobody's even said a word.
Yeah, the only person who's really been the advocate right now is Morgan Wolf.
You have to think, ladies and gentlemen, Morgan Wolf has got a lot of things to do. He's up next in our main event against our NSW champion. But for goodness sake, Marky, has Morgan bitten off more than he can chew?
Yeah, really, right now, so far it seems to be 3 versus 1 right now. But Morgan Wolf definitely needs to find 2 friends. I mean, part of the Bismarck Boys. Maybe some people from the Bismarck Boys can back him up.
But we haven't heard anything from them. We haven't heard anything. Nobody, as I've seen, wants to stand up against these guys. Every time someone tries to, they get attacked. Miz, Roman Reigns. What next?
Yeah, what possibly could be next? Well, so far it seems like who's next is Morgan Wolf.
Well, look at this. Oh, big Huluva kick into the corner. And Sami Zayn, you've got to say, in this match, Marky, really showing, and as we're talking about aggression all night, a side that we haven't really seen of him for a while.
Yeah, seeing that great aggression that he's had, and well, showing in what he did show back when he faced Seth Rollins for his championship, the Cruiserweight Championship. Yeah,
that was a famous victory for Sami Zayn, his first year in NSW. But CJ Cutler here looking to pick up a win, but not this time. And of course, Tyler Breeze on the outside. Many people shocked at their sort of coming together. And well, what it would be for one of CJ Cutler, or really to help Tyler Breeze maybe defeat Sami Zayn in the future.
Yeah, you know, I scratch your back, you scratch mine. You can really help CJ Cutler and Tyler Breeze here.
But Sami Zayn trying to get some comeback, and again trying to really stop CJ Cutler in his tracks. And look out! No, oh no, reversal!
Wait. Yeah, reversal right into that big neck breaker there.
The gold standard showing is Sami Zayn popping up here. CJ Cutler looking to fly, and oh, Sami Zayn ducks out the way. Big shoulder tackle by Sami Zayn.
Yeah, now what we're going to do here now?
Into the corner. You've got to think Sami Zayn. This is where Sami Zayn's best at here. Look out, big DDT out of the corner. And Sami Zayn is cooking here.
He is not done. And this is really just the beginning.
Oh, big kick to the side of the head. Zayn looking to fly. Hits it perfectly. He is not done. You know that Sami Zayn is looking for revenge here. And now has him up. Brainbuster drops him down.
Big fire is just sparked inside of him. And he's just setting off right on CJ Cutler.
Into the cover. Is that enough? No, referee up. Tyler Breeze distracting the referee.
It had to have been a 3 count. But no, Tyler Breeze was able to get there and get involved. Winning CJ Cutler now getting back into this.
And look at this, Cutler again. Cutler looking for the gold lock.
Yeah, he's got it in. The ref's watching now.
Sami Zayn has got nowhere to go here. He's really got to try and fight this.
He's really got to try to fight out of us. Got to really power himself out of us if he wants to pick up this win and get his revenge over CJ Cutler.
Well, look at this. Is people desperately trying to get behind Sami Zayn here, but he's been in this hold for quite a while, and CJ Cutler, well, really, he's screaming at him to tap.
Yeah, just telling him to tap. Give up already.
And you've got to hand it to Sami Zayn here for really digging in deep.
But you gotta say, even if he does get out of us, the damage will definitely already been dealt.
And he does. CJ Cutler releases the hold.
Yep. Now not looking good for CJ. Same thing. Starting to get back into this, but going straight into the pin.
Yeah, and again Tyler Breeze is up, and Sami Zayn again may have had the match won. And really, what is Sami Zayn got to do here? Look out! Double underhook into the powerbomb. Referee though again really still trying to get rid of Tyler Breeze, and that's another bad break for Sami Zayn.
Yeah, but now Tyler Breeze has been ejected. Now anything goes. Sami Zayn could now pick up the win here.
And look at this, Zayn has to try and keep on CJ here off the ropes. Big tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Sami Zayn could be smelling victory here. Big leap with another big splash again. Into the cover. Is that enough?
Gotta be it. 1, 2.
It is!
Sami Zayn able to get revenge over CJ Cutler with a big win here.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest, the Cruiserweight Champion, Sami Zayn!
Yeah, what a great fought win there by Sami Zayn. I really thought it was over when he put in that gold lock.
You've got to give it credit to the Cruiserweight Champion and really sending a message out to CJ Cutler. Look, don't mess with me.
Yeah, say don't mess with me, and don't try sending your friend over Tyler Breeze out to mess with me, because I'll take him down too.
Big win. Ladies and gentlemen, we remind you that NSW's next pay-per-view is this Sunday, live on Non-Stop Sport. Marky, Extreme Rules. You know what I'm going to ask. Is anyone going to step up for Smackdown?
Is anyone besides Morgan Wolf going to step up for Smackdown? And now I know there's a couple of names in there that could definitely fill the plate there, but let's see if they're going to come out here tonight and help Morgan Wolf.
Well, talking about Morgan Wolf, this is it, ladies and gentlemen. It is main event time. Danny Six, part of the DOA, taking on Morgan Wolf.
Yeah, Danny Six, our NSW champion, are going to be alongside Ariel.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, being accompanied by Ariel, he is your NSW champion, Danny Six.
Yep, here comes Danny Six, again a part of that big DOA. What could he be thinking? And it's been ever since he really won that championship, but he's really changed.
He has changed. Marky, you're completely right. He said, this is the real me. I'm no corporate person. This is who I am. And look what he's become.
Yeah, and really, I think it's probably also because of that Ariel girl alongside him there. Just really changing him.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Danny Six, still NSW champion. But can Morgan Wolf strike a blow to the heart of the DOA? He has to defeat that man here tonight.
Yeah, he's gonna have to beat Danny Six, but will the DOA get involved? And if they do, will anyone even help Morgan?
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, he is Morgan Wolf.
Yeah, here comes Morgan Wolf. Really just on his own. Not even Bisping will come out here and help him.
I haven't seen Bisping in the back. Never mind Zany out coming out here. Paul Heyman won't even come out of his office, for goodness sake.
I haven't seen Paul Heyman in weeks. Ever since this DOA started coming out, I haven't even seen Paul Heyman.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Main event time. Who have you got your money on? Danny Six or Morgan Wolf? Marky, who are you going for?
I think Morgan Wolf can pick up the win here against Danny Six and really get a big strike into the DOA and maybe bring some people to help Morgan Wolf going against the DOA.
Well, let's find out. NSW up agree. They're saying Morgan Wolf slight favourite in this one. And look at this Bronco Buster early on.
Yeah, the big Bronco Buster early on and just really getting it right into there. I mean, got that big fire in his heart now, that knowing that the DOA attacked him and ran him over.
And you've got to think that Morgan's had this frustration really build up inside of him of what's happened really with getting run over, with getting beat up by these sneak attacks. And you've got to think as well, he's got to really have eyes in the back of his head. Yes, Ariel's out here tonight, but you know that them, really, the security, you could call them, aren't going to be too far away here.
Yeah, that DOA will definitely not be very far from here, but hopefully for Morgan Wolf's sake, help will not be far either.
But who? Who's going to help him? That's the question. Nobody stood up. Nobody's even said, look, we'll fight this with you, Morgan. Is everyone on SmackDown really scared of these guys?
Everybody does seem to be scared, especially Paul Heyman. He's been looking pretty scared. But Morgan Wolf, not looking scared. He's saying, I don't care. I'm going to fight them.
Yeah, we were saying before that really it's this frustration really that Morgan was taken out of the game for like 3 weeks. And oh, what a shot!
My goodness.
A double shot really right to the head, but Danny was just like brushed it off.
Yeah, Danny Six just brushing it right off. And well, look at what Hayes there on the outside though.
And look at this now. Morgan using his strength.
Wow, what strength.
Using really the arm wringer on Danny Six, and really you've got to give Morgan credit. He is holding his own in there.
Yeah, Morgan of course holding his own, just going on against Danny Six here. And, you know, this could be it. I mean,
oh, hold on!
Oh wait,
he's
there
sending
it is.
The punch to the side of the jaw. Did Ariel even see that? Cover!
Ariel has back turn, but no, she's coming up.
And Ariel up, and well, that could have well been the end. Morgan could have had this 1-1.
My goodness, that had to at least been a 5 count.
Here he goes! No, he went high risk, and that's give Danny the perfect opportunity. Really, Morgan, did you need to do that?
It seems like Danny just put him right into a big trap there, knowing what he was going to do.
Look out. Knee to the corner, big drop kick. And wow, no, this could be the beginning.
Not done.
Into the corner, big forearm into the corner. And oh no.
No.
Oh, look at all the boot right across the face. One mistake has really cost Morgan Wolf here.
Did he really need to go with that high risk? But wait.
Oh my goodness, this really could be the beginning of the end. Into the cover. No, King at it 1.
Oh yeah, 1. Yeah. You got to give it to Morgan Wolf. Really?
Oh my goodness me. Sort of like a backstabber from the suplex. And Morgan, thanks for coming, Morgan.
Done. 2.
No, kicked out at 2.8. Morgan's still in this.
He's trying to stay in this. I say if he hits that.
Oh, hold on, hold on.
Saying that.
Hold on. He's calling for it.
Is he gonna hit it? Is he gonna be able to hit it? Is he waiting too long? Wait, the big move.
There it is.
The flip.
You know what's coming next. Whoa, bite! Count it.
Yeah, no.
Oh no! Come on!
My goodness. And really, it is all because of Ariel right now that Morgan Wolf has not picked up the win over Danny Six in the darkness.
This is ridiculous. We need someone out here to help Morgan. He can't do this alone, surely.
So he's trying though. But wait that they're 2 big clotheslines.
Look out! Power slam! Where's he going? Oh, he's trying it again.
Big hype, but not working.
And he hit it!
Got it.
Pin him!
You're moving away from the ropes, but
Oh, come on!
up again. Was he
Get her out of here!
Eject that woman out of here.
Big slam. Morgan and Ariel has been told to leave.
Oh, wait, could we see
The
that
punch!
big? There it is. The big knockout punch.
He got him! Pin him!
Go for the pin. Go for the pin now.
Cover!
1, 2.
Got him! Morgan Wolf has just defeated the NSW champion!
Defeating, well, really taking a big stab at the DOA. Surely that has to awaken some people to want to go with him, as he did pick up a win over Danny Six.
Ladies and gentlemen, have we seen a savior of Smackdown? Has Morgan Wolf really rejuvenated Smackdown against these guys? He showed that they can be stood up against. Congratulations, Morgan Wolf. He has proven here tonight that they can be defeated. Morgan Wolf picking up the win.
Yep, Morgan Wolf.
Oh, whoa.
No.
No, Morgan, turn round.
No, he's gonna get hit by his own move.
Oh, Wolf point. No, damn him.
Whoa, no.
Damn him.
My goodness.
Oh, no, come on.
Way, getting involved now.
Come on. Someone come out here. Someone get someone out here.
Morgan Wolf needs help. I'm really shocked the Biz Boys are not helping.
Rocky! It's Roman Reigns and Miz!
Yeah, Roman Reigns and Miz not scared of the DOA, even though they have taken him out before helping the Morgan Wolf, and I think we found our two people.
Morgan is up! Ladies and gentlemen, we have our three! We have Team Smackdown!
Yeah, this is Team Smackdown going against the DOA. The three people who are not scared of these three people and saying that they can be beaten.
Morgan is absolutely right. They may not like each other. They may not even stand each other. But they do have one thing in common. And that is they want a piece of the DOA. And well, Sunday night cannot come quick enough for them three men in the ring right now.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see Morgan Wolf, Roman Reigns, and The Miz all going against the DOA.
Is Morgan right? Is this the beginning of the end for Danny Six's title reign? Boys, we'll see you Extreme Rules. That is it, Marky. What a night!
What a great night. And I can't wait. And well, goodbye, fans.
That is it, ladies and gentlemen. Our next show is NXT. Then it's Extreme Rules. What a night from SmackDown. Marky Marks, Dave Easton, thanks for watching. We'll see you for NXT.
One life, one choice, gotta do it right. One chance of proving to the world that he was right. Like a match waiting for a spark to ignite, sitting in the middle.
That's it.